It was an obvious choice for her to star in this. The minute we all read it, me, her team, everyone, we were like, you absolutely should do this. And she read it and she loved it. We love the script. The idea of Carrie being in the start of a big franchise was super exciting to us. We love the story of Black love. We wanted to see her be this badass character that we haven't necessarily seen, right? She was badass as Olivia Pope, but she's never been an action star. I think he always knew there was something really special here with this family. And I think that's something he never really has told in his previous movies. So it was like, we knew he could beef up the action, and he really wanted to hone in on this family and this young boy and tell that story and bring this family back together. So I think he really wanted to focus on that while making it fun and big and exciting. It opened up the world, right? Because he's French and Carrie's American, obviously. So immediately it was like where would they live? It opened up the shadows in a tremendous way for us we always had an idea that the shadows would be from different parts of the world, but he added another element to that. He has kind of taken on this role on this film as, he's our leading man, but he's also a very, grounding fatherly presence, right? Like he walks on set, him and Jaleel immediately gravitated towards each other as if they were father and son. He has such a big presence about him, and you stop and you look and you listen to him, and there's a tremendous amount of respect for who he is. He has a beautiful family, and having his wife here, and he has 5 children, and like you can tell like this is what he was born to do. We were very nervous about finding Kai, because where are we going to find this young kid who can speak a different language, is the right age, looks like Carrie and Omar. And he went on a great search and found him. And when we saw his tape, we were like, oh my God, he's great. And we did a chemistry read with Carrie and Omar and Jaleel. And I remember Carrie texting Stephen and I and said, and Joe was there, obviously, and said, we found our kid. No one could have done it but Joe Carnahan. No one could have done it. And being here was very challenging, right? It's a beautiful country and the locations are fantastic, but there's challenges every single day. I said to somebody last week, I said, we never would have made it through this movie without him, because he's able to pivot and step back and think and be like, all right, if I can't do this, how am I going to go and do this? And he's the best experienced. He's an amazingly experienced action filmmaker. He's a pro. This is like, here's this family that's been kind of torn apart, and seeing them come back together and conquer the relationship that they have to do to rebuild that family, but also what they're up against with the shadows and Cinder. So it's a delicate balance of being very vulnerable and accessible, but also being extremely strong and killers, right? You know, it's always our goal in any project to just kind of be as diverse as we can in front of and behind the camera. It adds it's a different energy. It's just, you want to help people, you want to build people up. That's our job right now in this business, is to not only hire diverse crew, but to build them up so that, we can continue to hire them. And, that's our jobs right now, is also to mentor people to get them into this business and carry it on for us.